Hey ya kids, and welcome to day 5 of A Very Windows Christmas. So, we are back with our old $80 Toshiba Satellite friend. First time it has appeared on A Very Windows Christmas since last year. Damn. So, yeah. So today, what we're going to be doing is installing Windows 2000. Just doing a casual install of Windows 2000. Listen, I know you're getting tired of the casual install bullshit. Honestly, I kind of am too, but the good news is this is going to be the last day with a casual install in the title, because day 6 and onwards won't be that. Well, actually, there's going to be some server installations later on in December. So yeah, let's just insert this and watch it go. Now, yes, this thing can actually run Windows 2000. First, I'm going to get into the BIOS. I'm going to insert this. Let's see. Well, let's go to advanced here. State control mode, compatibility, that's good. We want it to be that way. Now, let's just go into the BIOS just to check that. And exit saving changes. Here we are. Welcome to setup. Alright. F8, I agree. Unpartitioned space. Format the partition using the NTFS file system. And yeah, we should be on our way to formatting. Yeah. Okay, this looks like it's gonna take like 500 years. And this is just gonna go like whoop. So I don't know about recording this. Like, it's barely past 0%. Yeah, this is gonna take a long ass time. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna shut this off, because I don't want it to take this long. Okay, let's do it the proper way now. So we're going to do the recovery console. Okay, so we're going to... We can't format the drive on the while we're on the drive, so should we go to D? Is that our drive? Yep, it looks like our drive is C. So we're gonna format C, FS equal format C. Well, actually, I'm gonna. Okay, this is it. Format C /Q /FS equal :NTFS. Yes. Alright, looks like C has been completely formatted. Go to C here, TIR. Nothing on there. Alright, great. So, exit. Alright, welcome to setup. So let's actually get this going. So we're going to choose this NTFS. Leave the current file system intact, no changes. Alright, enter, restart the computer. There it is, look at that beautiful Windows 2000 boot screen. Welcome to the Windows 2000 setup wizard. Next. So it has to detect our devices here. Regional settings, nope, don't need to change any of that. Product key. Yikes. One moment, please. Alright, computer name. Tosh is the name I usually give this computer. Alright, completing the Windows 2000 setup wizard. Finish. Alright, welcome to the network identification wizard. Well, we don't really need this. And sadly, we won't have any startup sound or really any proper graphics because, well, you know, we're running this on a computer that ran with Windows 7. At least it's better than it not running with Windows 2000 at all. Oh yes, and I apologize for the stretched out screen. I hate stretched out, like, standard things stretched out to widescreen too. Like I came across this one guy on Twitter, like, one time. I'm not on Twitter anymore, but I used to be. You know, this was back when I was on Twitter. And I saw he was, like, running Windows 3.1. It was on a TV kind of thing, right? And it was a flat screen, which is fine. Like, there are some, like, good flat screen options, but like right there. But it was also, like, stretched widescreen, like this one. Like, and it just made the picture just look weird. So yeah, here's a quick tip for any of you filming a retro computer video. If you're going to use a flat screen monitor, which is totally understandable, please, 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 please do not use a widescreen monitor because it's gonna look fucking stupid unless, like, you know, the thing you're doing is already in widescreen, then whatever, that's fine. But yeah, once again, I'm terribly sorry for this weird stretch thing. I would hook a monitor up to this, but I'm too lazy and I don't have the energy to, so I won't. But yeah, we have. This is just a regular ass Windows 2000 install, so we can just eject the CD now. Ooh, toasty. Now, we have my documents, my computer, my network places, Recycle Bin, Internet Explorer. Just want to see what. I'm pretty sure this is 5.5. Whatever, work offline. Oh no, this is actually 5.0. Okay, well, look at that beautiful little Internet Explorer logo. Yeah, that does not look great. Oh, pinball. Hell yeah. Let's play pinball, 3D pinball, which you probably know is the game from Windows XP in 16 colors with no sound. Truly the optimum way to play. Yeah, I think we've had enough. Anyways, yeah, let's just see what else there is. We got our same stuff. Resell Minesweeper and Solitaire. Go to Minesweeper, because Minesweeper is always fun. Ooh, shit. Let's click here. Ooh, shit. Okay, so we're gonna flag these. Let's just click on one of these three and see what happens. Yep, we blew ourselves up. Okay, well, shit. It's probably the best Minesweeper game I think I've ever had. Like, I am not good at Minesweeper. You know, there's Paint, there's band prompt, calculator, notepad, whatever shit is out there. Yeah, startup, but there's nothing in there. Yeah, there's really there's jack shit here. I don't know what else you want me to say. I mean, just run. You can go to Winver. Hell yeah. Got a Windows 2000. Got Service Pack 4. Version 5.0. The very first version of Windows NT did not be labeled Windows NT. It was labeled as Windows 2000, although it was originally going to be called NT 5.0. We'll explore some 2000 betas in future videos on this series. And yeah, so I think that just about does it for day 5 of Everyone's Christmas. Now, stay tuned for day 6, where we install and explore Windows NT 3.1 Build 404, the March 1993 beta on 86box. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!